Is it on YouTube?
Yeah. YouTube is a lot more stable. I checked the video yesterday. It looked good enough.
Cruising in the Mach-E.
All right. Yeah, we got the first comment. Cool. We're ready. All right. Welcome to Comma Hack, guys. This is the third stream and final one. We promised 3 cars: Rivian, Tesla, and the Mach-E, which is the same as the F-150. And we'll do the Mach-E today, and then we'll do a quick drive with Jason and the ID4 after that, and that unlocks the next gen of VWs. Finally, Mach-E time, yeah. Finally Mach-E time. Stream looks great. We're inside right now, so it'll look great. It looks like it's a nice day. So we got the upstairs crew, the got Roba here, who's committed to working on Flex right now. Right? Oh. Yeah. We're all gonna hold it to her, right? So Roba's committed to Flex Ray. He says
I'll sell votes.
You can do votes.
100 votes.
Who's voting for Flex Ray? Anybody in? How much? $1,000?
Yeah, $1,000.
$1,000 for a vote?
Flex Ray harness.
Roba just committed to the Flex Ray harness. You excited about that?
$1,000 a vote? How many total votes? Like, how big of a mob do we need to get together?
20 votes.
And then we got the autonomy team here working on the Subaru port. Shane, the car team here. Lucas is. We got SunnyPilot right over there. And then we got the hackathon. We got a couple more rooms down there. We'll check out in a sec. And then we'll go for Mach-E. Yeah, welcome to Comma Hack. All right, should we go down to the Mach-E?
All right,
so Sunny's gonna go for the drive with us. You really charge us a lot to be here, so we're gonna get our money's worth. We have to get Sunny links to your subscription. We have to pay Sunny Premium.
Nope, right now it's free.
It's free?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. It's a better deal with Comma Prime.
Yeah. Once we have more features, then we'll talk about it. Right now it's all completely free.
All right. What's up, Mike? And then we got. You want to show off your thing real quick? You can just show them. You don't have to do a demo.
Well, I mean, I have a demo at 4 p.m.
You have a demo at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll post that on Twitter then.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is you've seen setup here.
My coffee test. This
He's
is
working
coffee, and this is an SOR 100. It's an
What's this logo you got here?
Well, that was for Christmas.
Oh, it's for Christmas. Okay.
That's my Christmas logo.
I see.
So I'm collecting data using the arm to pick up this coffee pod and put it here.
They're asking when ML-SIM.
When this is shipped.
Okay, cool. So body first, then ML-SIM. We got another team here working on the puppy. But maybe are they in the gym now? Let's check the gym. And then we have a bunch of people in a parking lot nearby, but we won't go to that. You guys want to show your project?
Well, we're trying to get it running on his laptop now because I was hogging the.
Okay. But yeah, what do you guys want to just describe it real quick?
Oh yeah, we're just trying to make the dog walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like low level control, like just getting like the legs moving, making it walk.
Yeah, David found a cool paper on what's it called? Central
Pattern generation.
Central pattern generation. So we coded it up and we got it running, and it works pretty well, I gotta say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very exciting. You guys have something ready for a presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. You have a cool demo?
It will be very cool.
All right, great. You guys are the first people who've been very confident in the demo. All right. Head down to the Mach-E now. Down to the Mach-E. Oh, Shane lined it up nicely for us. So, in the drive, Sunny will give us an update on all those Hyundais. We got an EV9 for him here. We got an EV9. We got a Telluride right there. What else did we get? We got an ID4 we'll drive in a sec. It's our Model Y. We rented this Subaru. The autonomy team's working on. And Shane, can I hand it off to you?
You want experimental mode?
No. You left my desk device in here?
Screen's broken in them?
Yeah, I gotta get a new desk device. Alright. Didn't install a common power in this car. This install is a little involved, but fortunately there's a good community video for it. Otherwise, it's a really solid Openpilot car. All the cars we've been working on this weekend are really great cars. All the Hyundais they have like tons of torque and everything.
Yep, a lot of torque.
Nice.
I need to toggle off experimental mode real quick.
Okay. Can we do that? We have to reboot?
No, just park. Okay.
Should be chill.
All right, let's go for a drive. All right. You guys have been asking for the F-150 and Mach-E for a long time. It's been in community forks for a while, but now it is in Openpilot Master. If you buy a device, you can select your car in the drop-down right now on the website. $9.99 for a 3X. We'll ship it to you. Right now, you're gonna have to type in a little special URL to get the nightly build of Openpilot. But next week, you'll just be able to install Openpilot normally with the release branch. And it should be a pretty great Openpilot port. I'm not sure what this guy's up to. Wait for him. There's not too much to say about the Mach-E. It just works. Shout out to, I think the fork's called Blue Pilot. You familiar with them? There's Isaac, who does a lot of testing.
Yep.
Who else is in that neck of the community? There's a whole lot of people in the Ford community. I think there's about 100 people driving around on this platform already. So it's very solid. They've already ironed out a whole lot of the bugs. It's almost exactly the same as our Bronco platform. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, we'll do the standard test loop. Let's get up to speed. There we go. So it's curvature control, just like the other ones. Very stable wheel. You can like disturb it. It's very solid. It's a really solid car overall. Not the biggest fan of the car, but the Openpilot port, really good. It won't have Openpilot longitudinal in release yet because we don't have the radar parser for it. The community has a start at it. Maybe we'll polish it up for the next release and ship it. But the Ford Q3s already have the radar, and that's coming in next release. So this is a really big release for Ford. For the other Fords, we upped the torque a whole lot at low speeds, and we added Openpilot Long by default. And then what's called the Ranger is the last one, I believe. But yeah, super smooth curve. This is just what Openpilot looks like nowadays. It's incredibly solid on the highway. You know, we posted we did the Rivian video. And it was like super smooth. But you know, the video that got all the traction was the one with the steering wheel like, it was basically untuned. So, Openpilot is such a hard sell because when it works, it's like you just don't notice it. Like that's Openpilot at its best right now. It's not doing anything too crazy. It's just driving on the highway in a very chill way.
I think the AC is too loud.
Oh, yeah. We can turn it off.
How do you do it?
I don't know, actually. Oh, too much.
There we go.
Cool. All right, Sunny, do you have any updates? You want to talk about what you've been working on at the hackathon?
What's that?
You want to talk about what you've been working on at the hackathon?
Yeah, so been working on the EV9 port and also a few tail rides, and yeah, right now steering is working on both cars. We have some safety code to figure out, but other than that, drives very smooth on the highway, and we'll just continue driving like you don't want to go there. So yeah, so far we just.
Sunny's got what, like 11 ports in the queue?
Yeah, we have 11 ports.
Yeah.
We got some PRs merged this weekend, mostly OpenDVC, but you know we're slowly making progress. Hopefully get more cars on upstream and support in the future releases. So yeah, pretty solid so far.
So we have a goal for the end of the day. We want to be at 300 supported cars in the list. We got it. We entered the weekend, I think, with like 287. We're up to 295. Oh, the stock ACC was not good here. Openpilot is so much better than the Ford stock ACC. So hopefully 099, we can finish up the radar parser. I think really the community should be able to finish it up. The tooling for that is pretty good. But you can go ahead in the developer settings, and if you have one of these cars, you can just toggle this to get the Openpilot version. It'll be vision only. But if you have the radar set up and this car is all set up for it, it just needs the parser written, it's already going to be way better than the stock ACC. Especially in stop and go. I drive the Bronco every day, and the Openpilot ACC is a huge, huge improvement. Maybe we can poke around with experimental a bit when we're back. I will try some lane changes here.
Somebody asked if the model will make space for cars that you're passing.
Not yet. Experimental mode is better at this. You can see like a lot of these fundamentals. Experimental mode, it understands vaguely like what's going on in the scene. It just doesn't execute things super well. It's not very robust. But you can really, if you pay attention to these nuances in experimental mode, it gets a lot of these behaviors. Like it has some understanding of what to do. Chill mode has no understanding. Chill mode is just like, is there a lead car? Otherwise, I'm going to drive the set speed. It's just a conventional cruise control system. But experimental mode, we talk about this every time. You guys, I think, will be quite surprised once it just works. And you'll understand why we always say this is all we're working on. We're going to ship ML7, and then that'll allow us to ship good end-to-end longitudinal. I think most people now, there was some sentiment over the last like 4 years since we shipped laneless, especially like, you know, from the SunnyPilot type car. Do you guys still have laneful? Do you guys still have like a laneful mode?
Yeah, we do.
You do? Do you drive on it?
I honestly haven't driven it for a while, but some users do prefer that. Some models don't work well for some cars, but so you know, it's just kind of something that is, you know, make sure that it actually stays in the lane. So some people still use it, but not a whole lot.
I think the general consensus in the community is like laneless is just strictly better. There may be like one spot on your commute where you're like, man, I really wish I had lane lines, and it just centered in the lane.
Yeah.
But on the whole, people I think generally prefer laneless. It took a while to get there, but it's like you can tell when you go through an intersection or something, it just gets what's going on. In a way, a system that's just like looking at the lane lines and has all these heuristics set up is just never going to get it. And you can see that kind of stuff with experimental mode. It's just not very robust. And this really makes it hard to kind of appreciate its good qualities. But I mean, we know it's not daily drivable. All right, let's up the set speed here a bit. But yeah, very solid tune.
Drives very nice.
Yeah, drives very nice. That's really the theme with all the new cars these days. People are always like, oh, the compatibility list isn't growing. It's growing. It's growing. I mean, it's a lot of cars. And there's just a lot of cars that are... The cars are getting a bit more unique, and each one is a bit special these days. So it requires more care. It requires us to drive down the complexity to support a car. And drive down the effort. It's a whole lot of validation to get a car to this point. But I think we're making good progress. We should hit 300 supported cars this weekend. Be very excited for that. I think Sunny will get the 300th supported car. That'll be pretty cool.
Once we get the EV9 working, the 2025 Ioniq 5, the Genesis GV80 2025, so all of the newer Hyundai Kia Genesis, they're all angle control for steering. But once we got the EV9, which is using the same steering API, the Ioniq 5, all the other ones that also use the angle control will be very easily supported. Probably just a few lines of code just to support the platform, and it will just work. So right now, it drives very solid on the highway, very smooth. Lane change is much better than the stock system, and yeah, very excited to bring more cars on Openpilot.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I've never driven a Blues Cruise, but it's not called Blues Cruise. It's like
Blue Cruise.
Blue Cruise. We call it Blues Cruise. Not really sure why. It's like a Blues Clues. Blues Clues? Is it like a kid show or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said they're new to Openpilot, and they wondered what laneless was.
Oh, okay. So what laneless means is, so when we say end-to-end, what that means is, you see these like lane lines predicted in the UI? Before laneless, Openpilot essentially would just try to center, it would try to predict the lanes and then center between them. But now what Openpilot does is it looks at the video, and all we ask of the model is like, where should we drive? And then when we say end-to-end longitudinal, we just say how fast should we drive? Just given this video. And it looks at the whole scene, and it's able to use all of that context, much more so, it's a lot richer than just the lane lines. So when we say end-to-end, that's what we mean. You could say like, bladeless and end-to-end are basically synonyms for the lateral control. And it allows it to feel very human-like. So to give for somebody who's very new, we'll give them like a quick overview of how the system works. You know, there's about 20,000 common devices out there gathering data, driving every day. We get their data back, we train models, and the models, we ask the question like, where should we drive and how fast should we drive? And that's what we refer to end-to-end lateral and end-to-end longitudinal. And it essentially tries to drive like the human ground truth. So some systems, they'll claim like, you know, we want to like far surpass the human baseline. Our philosophy is, you know, humans are incredibly good. There is no system remotely as good as a human. You know, if we can get a system that drives as well as a human, this is already a massive thing. You know, like the human driving policy will be learned from human data. And we want to ship the first fully learned policy later this year, within the next couple of months.
Somebody asked ETA for the new 2024 Subarus.
2020. Do you know if the?
I think ours is a 2024 Forester that we rented.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So maybe this release, maybe next release.
Research team is working on ankle control for your Subaru. So
yeah. We got the research team working on carports this weekend.
They're using their internal ML model in their head.
Don't worry, they'll be back to ML Sim tomorrow. They're poking into the car stack now.
Spectre still likes the lane lines in the UI though.
Yeah, we don't have any plans to remove that. Alright, should we try experimental mode real quick?
Sure.
We'll try it at this exit. Experimental mode is... Oh, we got a toggle. Oh,
yeah.
It's okay then.
This was stock long.
No, that's alright. We got to reboot.
Okay.
That's alright, okay. No experimental mode. You guys know how experimental mode drives. This car has it. You know how it goes.
Somebody wants to know if the Hyundai refactors will make it easier to support more cars, like the non-SCC cars.
No, we will never support the non-SCC cars. But SunnyPilot here does.
Yep, SunnyPilot supports steering only. As far as for ACC, you have a lot more than just software. A lot of things are really you need the hardware in the car to actually support ACC. So unless the user is willing to dedicate a lot of hours to just install the actual hardware needed, which is ABS controls and etc., it's a lot of work, and it's not really something that can be easily supported. So. But we do support steering only. It works great. Yeah.
But the refactors should in general make it easier to support new configurations, right?
Yeah, the refactor definitely will make supporting any platform super easy. So right now, we do a lot of feature detection, but it's really just detecting the APIs that we use for steering, for signal detections, and all that stuff. But after the refactor, it's just simple as just making one line change, and Openpilot just knows exactly what this car needs and just works. So that's the goal.
We took Sunny in the fulfillment room, and it's like the Lego store with like all the Hyundai harnesses. We have this like big wall of harnesses, and you just gotta most of them are for Hyundai cars. I think so. We support 40. I think 25 of them are for Hyundais.
Yeah, we have 25.
It's pretty crazy. And it keeps growing, unfortunately. And then the code just looks basically just like that, where each car is very, very slightly different. You got a clicker? Cool. Yeah, that's what we're doing this weekend. We're trying to get all these models supported. We did the Creta, I believe. We did the Nexo. Nexo? Yep, Hyundai Nexo.
Yep.
What else did we do?
We did the Kona 2023.
Nice.
2022.
Kona. We kind of did the Kona. We had to dash cam it. Yeah. I explained why. Unfortunately. And then is Jason ready with the ID4? Do you see him? No Jason?
No.
Oh, you know what we should talk about? Fire hose mode. So SunnyPilot has a big announcement. I don't think we've talked about this on stream yet.
Yep. So the latest SunnyPilot codes of Master New, with the branch Master New, Dev C3 New, and Staging C3 New. Currently, it's synced with the latest Openpilot code. So what that means is that if you're running that branch on SunnyPilot, all your data will be used in the training set by Kama. So SunnyPilot is the first fork that is allowed to have the data used in the training set for training new models and all that. So very excited to join that. Yep. Yeah, for sure.
One of the big features in 098 is massively increasing the data ingestion and the data quality that we're getting in, such that when MLSim works, we can train really, really big models with all that data, and with our bigger, we want to show them the data center. You guys can see the kind of the back of the data center. You see all this cooling we have here. So the data center is right behind this wall, right behind these windows. That's where we have racks and racks training the models for you guys. And we've already 4x'd the data ingestion. And with this release, it's probably going to be another 10x, and maybe another 2x with SunnyPilot. So that is huge increase. And with fire hose mode, just to recap that's a new feature in 098 where you can bring your device inside, and you bring your device inside, you plug it into a wall charger, you click enable fire hose, and then we will just pull all the data that we want for training. So that's really a way you can maximize your training data uploads and make sure that you are represented in the training set. You can make sure Openpilot has watched you and learned how to drive from you. No guarantees you're in the training set. You might be in the test set. Open question whether you want to be in the training set or test set. But you'd rather be in the training or test set rather than no set.
And now you get to use your favorite features on SunnyPilot and get your data upstream to get trained better models.
Do we check the camera timings after that? It should be like super robust now.
It is very robust.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I loaded on Plot Juggler. It looks cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I shipped beautiful camera timings a couple weeks ago. They were really beautiful.
Yep.
Research loves their very accurate timestamps. So they're going to get them even on SunnyPilot now. You really have this problem in Openpilot generally where, the forks want to run a lot of cool, fun things. And a lot of the stuff in Openpilot is meant to run very real time. So if you start adding all this extra stuff, there's no guarantees around that. And it's kind of hard to do well. But the way we did the beautiful camera timings, it should be very robust to this. And then if other stuff lags, that's fine. It doesn't affect training. It's just a quality thing for the fork, and they can manage that on their own. Cool.
Spectre wants to know if fire hose mode is different than just going connect and clicking all of
Yes. So the key with fire hose mode is the data that you get goes right over here into our training cluster. All the data we train on is at the office. If you go and connect and click upload, that goes to Azure. And we never pull stuff from Azure for training. So it is a bit different in that regard. So you may see the queue in Connect. That'll show the progress for fire hose mode right now. We'll put a little progress bar in there on the device so you know when you can unplug it. But yeah, that's the key difference. Otherwise, you don't have that feedback of going in user admin and just checking if your things are uploaded. So we'll add a little counter so you'll know. We got any more questions before we go to that? GM Global B support. If you write it, sure. Would Sunny have any solutions to making the 3X dual purpose as a dash cam? I think you guys have your own dash cam stuff, right?
Yeah.
So 098 official date. So we'll push to release 3 staging at the end of this week, and then we'll let it bake for maybe another week. But yeah, if you want to run it, it'll be in release 3 staging at the end of the week. But you can just drive Nightly right now. Nightly is a nightly build of Openpilot Master as a release. So you can experience, essentially, it's like pre-built and all that stuff. It's run through a bunch of tests. What else? ARMA models, just stuff to test, or do some work better with certain models? Check out the Openpilot Experience channel. Yassine and Harold are in there every day. Like, hey, we pushed this new model. We think it'll fix this. Do you guys want to go and test it? If you want to kind of follow along. We have internal tests we use, but it's always nice to get feedback, and it's fun for you guys to participate. What else we got?
We don't have a stream for EV9, right?
No, we don't. This is the final one for today.
Cool.
The final one. SunnyPilot can do their own stream, though. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
More insight into the SunnyPilot team. You guys have a team, right?
Yeah.
You have a couple people?
Yeah, we have me, Dev Tech Vey. He's based in Spain.
Okay.
Isaac, he's based in the East Coast.
Oh, Isaac's part of the team.
Yeah, he's part of the team.
Cool. He's one of the Ford guys.
He's a Ford guy. Kumar, he's in the West Coast. He's mainly a Toyota guy for long tuning. And he's been working with Shane for a while for tuning stuff as well. And then we have 2 more that's for testing. And we recently just had another Hyundai guy. It's called First on Discord.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah. And he's mainly working on reverse engineering. And great guy. And our team is expanding. We're getting more people coming in, more talents. Everyone is great in doing their own stuff, and we just do whatever that everyone wants. So
How's the torque on the Mach-E? The torque is really excellent on the Mach-E. We could basically go to the ISO limits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, back to that point. There's so many OpenPilot developers that there's way more OpenPilot developers externally than there are internally.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's the best Sunny fork to work with? The 2020 Corolla torque. It's maxed out and everywhere. We already maxed it out. You can probably get a little more rate actually. We can actually increase the jerk a bit. I think Openpilot is only very slightly though, not much. But that's basically maxed out already in Openpilot. All right, we'll go for a quick ID4 drive with Jason, our VW maintainer. This is ID4. This is the Telluride, EV9, Mach-E, Tesla, Subaru, and then the Comma, Civic, and Ram. How's the ID4 port?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm liking it. You want to take it for a drive?
Mm-hmm. All right. Shane, I'll give the camera to you. Shane? I don't know, I feel like we don't have any questions today. It's like a chill Sunday.
Oh, there it is. It's a very interesting.
All right, let's do it. This car is very interesting. It's got a lot of capacitive buttons that Jason tells me are very controversial.
Yeah. No SunnyPilot on this one yet. Sorry.
No SunnyPilot?
Soon.
SunnyPilot soon.
Soon.
Easy to rebase now?
Yeah. Oh, very easy to rebase. Yeah. Once it's merged and master, Openpilot master, we just do a merge and it will be supported in SunnyPilot.
Is there an ETA on the rewrite?
Rewrite, I would say another month.
Another month?
Yeah, another month.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, everything is very solid. We continue to adhere with the Comma's safety policy, so just making sure that things are working as expected. And yeah, we are using more CIs than before. We used to manually run tests and everything, but
oof.
Yeah, and now we're fully utilizing GitHub Actions and building builds, etc., all fully automated. So
great. Yeah, I mean, we try to make our tests all run externally and make it pretty easy. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, we make very heavy use of all our testing infrastructure. If the tests are down, a lot of stuff does get merged.
It's a blessing.
It's also interesting how it impacts what you work on. Like you kind of steer towards work that has test coverage, and then you kind of avoid the things that don't have test coverage. And it's like important to recognize that stuff. Yeah. Sometimes that's important work. All right, guys, we'll do a quick loop in the ID4. So this unlocks the MEB platform for VW. This is going to have lateral longitudinal, but right now this is stock long. So it'll go up. All right, 65. Let's see how it does. Is this angle control?
Essentially, yeah. It's using curvature rather than steering angle, but basically angle control, yeah.
Got it.
It's got quite a bit more control authority than the older Volkswagens. It's done some turns that my car back at home will definitely not do.
Yeah, that's a great thing. All the new cars have tons of torque. The trade-off is the installs are getting more complicated. Some of the cars have they just have a camera here and they run coax down. That's pretty common with the Fords now. Tesla install is down at the dash of the autopilot computer. The Rivian install is also behind the GoPros.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one we hope to make pretty easy. As a matter of fact, it is in easy mode right now. We connect once to the camera, and there's genuinely no point in hooking up a common power. We get constant power from the camera. Fingerprinting is taken care of with all the work the Openpilot team has done.
We get the VIN?
We get the VIN.
Right,
we
no
get
point.
a subset of the firmware. We already fingerprint based on VIN. Yeah, so you would never run a comma power here. And the camera cover is actually easier to take off than some other manufacturers. So yeah, plugs right in, done and done.
It's very comfy. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys ever watch our old streams? Sometimes I like to go back to the old stuff, especially George did back in the day. And it's like, oh, let's drive a Corolla off the lot, and then the steering wheel's shaking. And it's like, it works. You fingerprinted it. But we just productionized this stuff to the point where, I mean, this port was kind of done by the community a little bit beforehand. But we just threw a device in here, worked on it this weekend, and it's just good. This is ready to ship. We have to do some extra validation, but the quality is there already. We've made it so easy to write these high quality car ports, and there's still so much to make easier. if you have a car, like a fairly modern car that's not supported yet, buy a device. It's like a pretty fun project. It's very approachable. Join the Discord. We have so many knowledgeable people, including Sunny and Jason, who have these little special crowns. That's how you know they're really cool in Discord. They're the Ultra Openpilot contributors, along with Dean Lee and I'm sure a couple other people.
It's been really good to see all the new Openpilot and OpenDBC contributors, all the folks working on new carports. For those of you that haven't been keeping up with the MEB porting effort, this is actually not my work at all. I'm doing a little work to get it integrated and tested nicely and validated. But
that's a decent chunk of the work.
It was written by another community member named Hansi or something like that. Just showed up one day. It was already done. Or not really done, but proof of concept driving. And then Lucas, also in the community, has really come through on harnesses. So really, this came through. We knew it was possible, and we just set aside some time. Common Hack was a great time to block off a time to get this all validated and imported and ready to go.
Cool. You got anything else going on? Any questions? Anybody wants to know anything about Comma? About if not, I'll still for hiring. We're hiring. You want to come hack cars? You want to come do this year? You want to work on getting MLSIM shipped? You want to come work in operations? We're hiring a couple operations people, both people operations and like kind of supply chain side, running the shop, that kind of stuff. Just looking for smart, motivated people who want to come help get Openpilot shipped and self-driving cars. So if that sounds like you, if you're an engineer, try one of our challenges. We're working on an ops challenge for those operations people, but in the meantime, just reach in, work at Comma AI. If you want to find out more, go to commaai.com/jobs. We also love interns. So if you want an internship, summer internship, not summer internship, we hire interns year round. Very flexible on like 3, 6, 8 months, however long you want. Yeah, that's the hiring show. It's a lot of fun. You can come hack cars every day, whatever you want to do in the stack. If you want to make this thing like boot super fast, you want to like come make a killer app for this thing. You want to come make our trainers incredibly reliable. You want to design like TinyBox Pro V3. You want to design the Comma 4, 5, and 6. We want you to come here. If you want to come run the Comma factory, that's a great job for a software or hardware engineer. I think that'll be a lot of. I mean, I do this right now. I think it's a lot of fun, obviously. We're looking for like maybe 4 good software engineers, a couple hardware engineers, and a couple ops people.
Maybe we can say what our plans for the setup guide is, where you can just select your car, because somebody wants to know where to find information, how to install it.
Okay, so all these cars reported this weekend are kind of weird. This one I think is the most normal so far. The Hyundais are not that weird either, right? No. Okay, so Hyundais aren't weird. All right, cool. Rivian and Tesla are weird as far as they don't have like an install up here. Most cars, you just slide down this thing, you unplug an ECU, you plug in our cable, you're good. We've kind of neglected this up until now, but now there's just a lot of cars that have non-standard installs, but there's very good community resources for them, and you have to like kind of find those yourselves. So we'll add something to the website with this release in preparation for the Rivian and Tesla, such that if you want to go to Openpilot, add some documentation, you can select your car in the setup guide on the website, and it'll customize the setup guide a bit to your car. At first, it'll be like a very basic thing, like you can give it some generic markdown that says like, hey, go check out this YouTube video, and then join us in the Tesla channel on Discord if you have any questions. But over time, maybe it'll get a little fancier where you can like make a fully tailored, like native looking setup guide for your car if you're so inclined. But yeah, it's unfortunate the installs are getting a little more complicated. But on the flip side, the cars are getting a lot more capable. Like this car's no problems with this turn.
Very smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. The control is incredibly good. Like this will be pretty steep up here. We'll see if it can do this. It should be able to, I think. Even our EV6 struggles a bit here, and it has a lot of torque. But yeah, this is doing it no problem.
Did that work?
Yeah, very smooth.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
So, I haven't pushed it that hard yet.
Yeah, the new cars are great. I don't know. Everybody's always like doom and gloom about the compatibility list. The cars are getting more capable. You know, the compatibility list just keeps growing. The total addressable market keeps growing. I don't know why people are so pessimistic about this. I am very optimistic about this.
The new Hyundai is like the new Hyundai Ioniq 5 that's working right now. It can do a lot of torque as well. Like those turns that we just did, it's very smooth too. So
yeah,
a lot better than older cars.
Yeah, don't listen to like the doom and gloom people. You know, we just gotta make this easier. We're gonna make it easier. If you want to come work here and make it really, really easy to port cars, it is already really easy. But if you want to make it, you know, this may be like a 6 out of 10. If you want to come make this like an 11 out of 10 on easy, you know, come join us. There's a lot of like obvious things to do, and they just require like productionizing it, working with the community to make it super easy, making like really, really beautiful tooling, refactoring things very carefully. I know this doesn't sound like exciting work to a lot of people. I personally find it very exciting. I think Shane does too, because it's what he spends a lot of his day doing.
Somebody wondered where the product design role went.
Product
was
design,
that a thing?
We have an interface. I mean, yeah, we have a designer role. If you like, but I mean, it's like a. You should think of that as like full stack design. That covers like the Openpilot UI, the product. You know, do you have a good understanding of like what radius this corner should be? It's like a full ownership of like kind of the product experience and design around that. And ideally, you can implement your designs to some degree. I won't say that's like a hard requirement, but that is definitely a strong bonus. But yeah, we're not hiring somebody who's just like doing industrial design. You gotta like do the interface design, all that kind of stuff. Like maybe do merch too, all that kind of stuff.
Somebody wants to know if we're gonna be able to improve like the turn planning. They want taco style turns.
Taco style turn, yeah. So experimental mode should actually help a lot there. The new cars just have so much torque.
Just need better models.
Also, yeah, these models can't really plan steep turns that well. I talked about this yesterday with, you know, these turns don't look good in Tiny Sim. So the simulator, all the release models so far have been trained in, the turns really don't look good at all. They can't simulate a 90-degree turn accurately, but in ML Sim, you kind of just get this for free. So the ML Sim models, you get a whole bunch of things for free as soon as we're able to ship that. But then the ML Sim models struggle with like very basic things, like sometimes they cut turns, sometimes they hug. Lane changes aren't perfect yet. We showed those a couple days ago. Yeah, that's it. We'll be back at the office in another minute here. So if there's any last questions. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna doom and gloom people. People who are like, you know, FSD is gonna win it all, and you know, the compatibility list is shrinking, and everybody's locking us out. Com's gonna die because they didn't solve Toyota security. None of this stuff matters. None of it matters. We're gonna ship ML Sim this year. We're gonna ship end-to-end long this year. We're gonna ship a lot of beautiful devices this year. Like since the price drop, sales have been up. Like we're profitable selling these guys. We're gonna use that money to buy lots of compute, and then we're gonna use those sales to get in more data. I really don't. I think you guys are gonna be surprised by the stuff we ship this year.
Somebody says they tow their 18-foot open car trailer with their Ram, and no real issues.
Cool.
So they do get some steering wobble every now and then, but
yeah.
we're planning on improving the lateral car controls.
Yeah. So the Ram, it's not even anything to do with. I mean, some of it has to do with the specific car a bit, but like we don't even have a good steering angle sensor on the Ram, so we can replace that. Do we use a localizer yet on the Ram?
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. So that's something we can fix for free in software. Another one of those things that requires lots of validation, but we're probably ready to do that. Maybe after LagD.
Well, is it comma.ai/jobs?
Comma.ai/jobs.
All right. That's where you go to apply.
Head there. You know, do the challenges. The challenges should be fun. If you have fun with the challenges, then you'll have a good time here. Here we can sneak by these guys. Here we got the autonomy team working in their Subaru. What's up, guys? Oh no! Oh, we got the rear button.
Oh no!
You guys want to say hi?
So what?
I know Casper.
How's the port going?
Pretty good.
Nice.
It's still working though, so.
But it's pretty smooth when it works.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
We'll just stick right here. Alright, let's... Okay, let me do 2 more questions. We're gonna merge TSK keyboard. No. I don't know why you want a keyboard. Somebody should just make like a nice installer and that wraps the thing. Yeah, I'm merging a keyboard. Hit me up if you need to test. You know, you don't even need to, nobody needs to hit you up. Just go check out the branch. Keep these live streams coming, guys. It takes a lot of time. This will probably be it for a while. Unless, I don't know, if Harold's motivated to do a 098, I'll do a 098 with him. But, I don't know. We got a lot of work to do.
More cars to merge.
Prevent OLED burn. We do. We have a daemon called Brightness D in Agnos that does this. It's pretty good at it. More live. We're not a live stream company. We're solving self-driving cars. We're not a live stream company. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer questions until you guys don't have any more. But it seems like this is it. I promise you don't want us to do more live streams. That would result in no driving improvements and no devices for you to buy. New car docs. Oh, I'm really excited about that. I can talk about that a little bit before we head out. So basically, we're trying to make a one-stop shop. If you're just curious about Openpilot on any car, we want to make a one-stop shop for that. That should tell you like, oh, it's gated on somebody figuring out the security. It's gated on this. Nobody's even tried it. Like the rows will be literally every car sold in the last 10, 20 years. And then, you know, it'll tell you, you can buy this right now. It's available plug and play, or it's available in a Ford. It's just waiting for Comma to rent one and validate it. It'll just tell you the status of it. Right now, the way I do this is I ask Shane, and then sometimes Shane has to go and ask a guy. Or Sunny knows a lot of the time. It's just in his head. We want to get this on a nice website for you guys. David California is working on that here. We'll tweet that out. We'll tweet out the winners of the hackathon, and we'll tweet out everybody's projects. Anyone work on the Cybertruck this weekend? No, we had a Model Y instead. Anything else? Any plan on adding additional cameras for turns? Nope, it's all software. That's it. Check one more time. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on Discord. We'll see you on Twitter. I hope you guys enjoy 098. Worked really hard on it.